Slim Sai here at Temposi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, lead from within. So I'm on my own today, guys. It's Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you guys had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. So the topic today is, can someone who is confused truly love you? So love is often seen as a deep and stable connection between two people build on trust, understanding, and emotional clarity. But what happens when one person is confused about their feelings, about their lives, or even their own identity? Can a person who is uncertain about themselves truly love another? Many people find themselves in a relationship where the partner seems emotionally distant, undecisive, or insecure about commitment. This raises the questions, is it love possible when one person is struggling with confusion? So guys, you can comment, you can leave a comment as well. So in this topic, I am going to explore the nature of confusion, the nature of love, like the impact of emotional uncertainty and whether confused person can genuinely love another, or if their uncertainty makes true love impossible. But I think it can be love, it make true love impossible. One of the guys that I met, we were like chatting, and this guy said to me, Nomsa, I wanted to divorce my wife once, but I'm glad I didn't. And I said, why? He said, at the time I thought I was doing the right thing. I needed more. But now that I look back, because I'm the only child, I'm realized that I was doing it for selfish reasons because I never shared my parents, never really shared anything in my life with anyone. And now there was this other person that I'd married. Now we started sharing life together. We started sharing parents. We started sharing so many things. And this guy is a Christian as well. So he was like, I thought of divorcing her, but I'm glad I didn't because that would have been really, really wrong. So they both have a child together, and their child she's 18 or, yeah, or 12 or 11, I can't remember. So that was his story. It was confusion because confusion it comes in different formats. So uh, I'm not sure if anyone has ever been in that situation where they are in a confusion. So what do you do when you find yourself in that situation? Define love. Before answering the question, it's essential to define what truly love means. Love can be emotionally affection and care, psychologically deep connection and understanding, a practical commitment and effort. But true love often involves clarity, trust, and stability. And when we say true love involves clarity, you have to have a clarity of what you want in that relationship. Not just to enter a relationship because you are lonely, or not just you enter a relationship because it feels good to have someone with you. So it's no, so you have to truly understand the nature of their confusion. And number two, understand why the nature of their confusion. Not all confusion is the same. Someone might be confused about their own emotions, insecure if they love you or not, their life circumstances, career, family, or personal struggles, their past experiences, fear of commitment due to past heartbreak, So you have to truly understand and to have a clarity of that person is confusion. You know, to fighting, there's some people who would like to fight. When they are with someone, they fight them. When they're confused, they're like, wow, they give people an ultimatum. I've met people that they say, I gave this person an ultimatum. So you can't give an ultimatum of someone that is confused. Because if you give them an ultimatum, they might say they want to marry you because the idea of being lonely, fearing the idea of being lonely, even if they don't love you, or they might uh they need to work on their feelings. That person, when if they find themselves in that state of confusion, they need to work on their feelings without fear. Sometimes getting confused when someone find themselves in the confusion, sometimes it could be their childhood experiences, or it could be the fear, past experiences. They could have dated someone who has treated them really badly, but now they are not sure whether is this relationship, or sometimes someone can have a confusion if they find a true love. True love can confuse, guys. For those who don't know, it can confuse the other person that, oh, I've never thought a true love existed, and then it will cause fear, and then they will start thinking that, am I actually enough to love this person back? And that can cause really, really confusion. So it's really, really, really important, if you find someone who is very, very confused in a relationship, to truly, truly, truly let them deal with their emotions without pressuring them. So it's really, really important. So, guys, I am going to have to share uh, the video um, to other groups if I can find it. So it's really, really important to actually um, if someone is confused, I need to truly, truly let them deal with their emotions. Or simply, they might not be ready to date. They might not be ready to enter a serious relationship. So that's really, really, really important, um, to make sure that, um, okay, okay, I'm not sure why am I getting feedback. Not sure why am I getting feedback. So yeah, it's really, really important, guys, to okay, I'm not sure what is going on here. Okay, we come out of that. So I'm not sure what was going on there. Yeah, it's really, really important to make sure that when someone is truly, truly confused, and to let them deal with their issues. Sometimes it's family that confuse. I've dated guys where families interfere with the relationship, or they start putting doubts in that person, and that person now is now getting confused. Because at the end of the day, it's like at the end of the day, when you're dating someone, most families they like to interfere without them knowing that they're interfering. I've had people interfering with my relationship, but then the question that I ask myself is, if I was to do the same, interfere with their relationship, how would that make them feel? So sometimes it is the family, and mostly I think the BBC as well, they did pick on that as well, where they say 60% of divorce in the UK is 60 or 40% is caused by in-laws, um, where it's either in-laws they interfere in the relationship and leave. it causes confusion because that person will trust their family, and when they start putting a doubt, and then it causes confusion to the other person. So it's really, really important to make sure that when someone is starting getting confused, if I ever dated someone who's really confused, I've never dated someone who gets into confusion when it comes to relationship, whether I want to. Normally, is the people that like I date is either they don't want to be in that relationship, they change their mind, they know exactly what they want, they leave. I've never dated someone who said, I'm not sure whether this, I love you or what. I've never dated that kind of a person. But I love to hear your stories, guys, when it comes to relationship, because we learn from people's stories, what people go through. So if you have a story out there, you've ever dated someone who is confused, please do share your story. So number 3, can love exist without certainty? Love doesn't always start with absolute second. Some people need time to sort out their emotions. However, prolonged confusion can create instability in a relationship. If someone is deeply unsure, their love might not be strong enough to sustain a meaningful connection. So you have to really, really be certain. When someone says they are confused about their feelings, so get to the root of the problem. What is causing confusion? Once you get to the roots of the problem, what is causing the confusion, and then assess their action, not just words. Number 4, assess their action. Love is not about saying, I love you. It's about showing it through action. If they are confused but still prioritize respect and support you, they may be really love in that place. However, if they are confused, that confusion can lead to inconsistency. So you have to be like emotionally, make sure that emotionally um really, really, really distance yourself, or indecision may not be true love. Some people they might be not sure, or some people there might be confusion because of their childhood attachment. Like I have experienced myself that whatever happens to our parents, like whatever we witness our parents when we grow up, like as children, um, when we grow up as children, you grow up, and when we grow up as children, um, like if you see your parents like getting confused in a relationship or simply divorce, that can affect, but then you have to break that cycle, because it is the pattern that will want to reappear in your relationship. When it does reappear, you then have to break the cycle. It's up to you to break that cycle in a relationship. Is really, 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 really important. So if someone they get into confusion, make sure that once you get to the roots of the problem, because sometimes it might be, I've seen people when people have problems, like I said before, they give them an ultimatum. But sometimes they might not need that ultimatum, because when someone gives me an ultimatum, through fear, I'm going to tell them what I think they want to hear. Just lead them along. Or sometimes that person through fear, they might make a decision and say, I want to be with you. But actually they don't. So it's really, really, really important to make sure that you get clarity of what is going on. Once you get clarity in that relationship, and like I said as well before, that the family can destroy relationship. It can. I've experienced it myself, whether any nationality, Africa, British, India, whatever, families can actually interfere, destroy a relationship. That is so beautiful. So you have to have a clarity of what is truly, truly going on. Once you have that clarity, then ask yourself, then you consider emotional availability. A person who is confused may struggle to fully open their heart. If they are emotionally unavailable, they may not be capable of giving or receiving love in a way that nurtures a healthy relationship. So it may not be that. So it's really, really important to make sure that that person is not really, 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 really confused. Um, and evaluate their availability emotionally, are they available? And also, there are some people who are pleasing a lot. And when you are a people pleaser, it confuses your feelings. When you want to please others instead of your relationship with the person you are dating. I have dated guys that will date, like they have their families are in a stable relationship, and that person will compromise their own relationship. Like when you have to do things like you have to drop everything to please the other person. But for me, I don't do that. So that causes confusion. Because like when you start dating somebody, you date that person, you make like you create goals. And the time that you have that extra time, people have to work around you. And but if not, and that can cause confusion when people start poisoning the other person, and that can destroy relationship. Um, so it's really, really important to get to the root of the problem. And once you get to the root of the problem and just look at it emotionally, are they available or are they not available? And just um, number five, number six, evaluate if this love is healthy for you. There's a relationship that is not a health. Emotionally, there are many who have no respect. So I understand that love, when you love someone or when you're in a relationship with someone, it should bring you peace, no constant doubt. If their confusion is causing you emotional pain or uncertainty, it's important to consider whether waiting for them is worth it or not. A healthy relationship requires maturity, clarity, and emotional security. I always say to people, um, when people sometimes they talk about um, how like they talk about how uh, like how they give the other person an ultimatum and stuff. So I say to myself, if someone truly, truly love you and emotionally they are available, you wouldn't, or if someone truly, truly love you, they wouldn't have to play with your feelings. There are many out there who play with the women's feelings. There are women out there who play with their men's feelings. The person that they date, they play with their feelings. And I personally don't think, hey, I personally don't think it's right when you're dating someone and they make you feel they're dating you, but they're making you feel that you're not enough. So I don't know about you guys. If you can type a comment and how do you feel about dating someone who makes you feel that you are not enough? Because if love is meant to bring you peace, not constantly anxiety, uh, so maybe the questions you need to ask yourself is, does this relationship make me feel secure or insecure? Am I constantly questioning where I stand with them? Do I feel emotionally drained trying to prove my worth? So all these things, if they are confusion affecting my self-esteem or mentally well-being. I've dated guys like as a woman, when you have kids with someone who I've seen my friends who have got kids, they work. And the guy in that relationship or the woman, they value money. Like they will calculate how much money they are bringing to the table and how much the woman is with kids, they work part-time. Because when you work part-time, when you have children, you can't work full-time. You have to have time for your kids. So, and then they'll calculate how much that woman brings, and that woman is not worth it. To them, it's not worth it. I've had the father of my children talking to someone that is close to, I'm not going to say who. So they were talking about how much money their spouse bring to the table and how useless they feel that they are. But then I had to question myself that, okay, this is a confusion. Love is confusing. So love is God. If that person is good kids, their mom, they're looking after children, or if a woman is earning more money and then it can stay at home, look after the kids, that's okay. Because that means we are raising family, we are raising the children. But if now a man is going to work full time knowing that he's got kids, like myself, if I have to date, if I have to really, I have to have a man that is really, really understanding when it comes to my kids. Because my kids, they like everywhere. So then I have to have a man who is very, very understanding that I work and at the same time I have to take my kids to different places. So I wouldn't want a man that will start calculating how much he's earning, how much he's providing, and things like that. Relationship is always, always, always about the agreement, what the two people can provide in a relationship, and not causing confusion. Or sometimes some people get confused because they don't really want to enter a long-term relationship, but they enter a long-term relationship and then they realize it's not what they wanted. So it's really, really important because love is not, relationship is not fun. It's not, you have to go all in. You can't go half in, half out. So you have to go all in. It's the responsibilities. You've got to take responsibilities. And when you do take responsibilities as a man or as a woman, that's when you know that, wow, okay, I'm a man. A man has to take responsibilities. A woman has to take responsibilities. It's not like when we when we look at the when we look at romance on TV, love is not like that. It's completely, completely. different. It requires a big commitment and requires someone to truly, truly, truly see the value of that person in a relationship. What are they contributing in a relationship? But in some cases, love is about money, it's about what you bring to the table. It's not about committing, it's not about making a sacrifice, it's about the money, the big holidays. Nowadays, in this society, it's about, okay, are we having big holidays? Or are we having this? Are we having that? Are we having that? But when you have children, obviously, you have to make sacrifice for your children. This is how I evaluate love, guys, by seeing my clients coming with their problems and then evaluating that if the person they are genuine and they are loving, they are caring, but the other person they are willing to let this relationship go. Is it really, truly, truly about love, or is about what the person can bring to the table? When I'm saying it's about what the person can bring to the table, I'm not talking about career. I'm not talking about being smart. I'm not talking it's finances. It's all about the money, going on a holiday, taking pictures, putting it on Instagram, putting them on Facebook. And that's what people call it love. I thought it was just me, but when I was talking to my friends that okay, what is love? People get confused, love and material. So that can cause confusion as well. And people get confused through that. I've gone through it where I date a guy, I've got kids, and I have to travel, I have to look after my kids. And the guy is just thinking about uh, how much big holidays. For me, I rather invest money to my children in school, give them a good education. I wouldn't mind paying thousands and thousands of pounds for my children to go to a good school than to go on extravagant holidays. Because I can have those holidays, but when my children are finished, go to university. When a child goes to university, that means you're done. So when that happens, I'm like, okay, yeah, then I can have a beautiful holidays. But some people is just all about showing off now. It's not about love. And I'm a matchmaker as well. I get people coming in and they're looking for love. But they tell you that a guy has to earn this certain amount. Or if they are earning 100 grand, a guy has to earn a similar amount, 100 grand. Or if they're a doctor, they want to date a doctor who's earning the same amount. Or if that person, they date a lawyer, they want a lawyer who is earning the same amount. They want a guy who earns the same amount. Obviously, you need someone who is financially secure when you're dating, and someone who has direction, who has a vision. So the list, they put the list, and then you look at that list, you're like, is it truly, because if I'm earning 100 grand a year, and I meet a man who's earning 60 grand, 80 grand, they're still earning good money. I can still date them. But sometimes some clients, they are not willing to actually negotiate. If they are earning 200 grand, the guy that they meet has to be in that category of what they're aiming. If not, they're not good enough. So, and that causes confusion in a relationship. And also, there's some people who have been rejected as well. If you have been rejected so many times and you've not dealt with, I've been rejected so many times, guys, but I don't have fear in dating. If God blesses me with a man, I date them. But at this moment, I'm not in a position of dating just some guy. When I'm dating, I have to date a guy spiritually who is in the same level like me. Because if I truly, truly, God blesses me with a man, the first thing that I check is your spirituality, your Christianity. They don't have to be necessarily have strong Christian values, but it is that inside of a person that values God. All those things, to me, they're really, really important. When someone values God, they fear God, and all that. But if someone is going through rejection, they can get confused when they do find the true love. True love, it can be confusing. Like, oh, does it really, really exist? And now that person can be like, am I really ready for this? And then they get scared. When they get scared, they're like, I'm not sure this is what I want because they've never experienced it. I'm not sure if that's what I want. But then you don't have to force them to be like, oh, some people be like, you did this, you wasted my time, you did this. No. When someone gets confused, you let them be. Because through that confusion, that's where they find the clarity. Once they find the clarity, that means they know exactly if they decide to stay with you, they will stay with you because emotionally they are available and also emotionally they are aware of what is going on in their lives and what do they want moving forward, what kind of a woman they want, what kind of a man they want. So is that clarity that people always want in a relationship, because entering a long-term relationship, guys, is not a joke. It can be scary, not knowing the tomorrow, how the tomorrow is going to look like, and also getting married. When someone says getting married, I hear people saying it's either he puts a finger on it or if he doesn't. A woman has to be sure when they're getting married that this is the man that I truly, truly want to get married to. A man has to be truly, truly sure when they're getting married that this is the woman that I choose to be with, not because they've been given an ultimatum like let's get married. And that means in that relationship they are not going to be happy. So it's really, really, really important when you date someone to date someone where you will be happy. And when you do have problems comes with a long-term relationship, and then you'll be able to deal with them. So those things are really, really, really important when you're dating someone or when you're in a relationship, just to take away the confusion. Like confusion it will come in different forms, truly, truly different forms. If someone has never like dated a nice person, and when they do find that beautiful man, beautiful woman, and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. I've never been in this place. Is everything okay? If they're used to dating people that are horrible, and all of a sudden they find themselves with this beautiful person, and they'll be like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then they'll have to check themselves out. So it's okay to feel that way. And what else do I need to add here? Number 6, how do you know if that person now they are confused and you have to deal, because you have to deal with the confusion in a relationship. You can't just kick someone out and say, okay, I don't want to be with you. How do you know if they are ready for love now? If they went through their confusion, so they express their feelings clearly and confidently, They might explain why they feel that way. Remember, guys, we are all allowed to feel the way we are feeling. They are emotionally available and communicate openly. Some people, they may say, why do when you're dating me, if you love me, why do you feel that way? You have to feel, a person is allowed to feel their feelings. They are consistent in their action and intention. So that is really, really important. They no longer let fear or uncertainty dictate their relationship. So if they still struggle with doubt, inconsistency, and avoidance, they might not be emotionally prepared for a real commitment. So that's where when a woman is dating or a man is dating, if they see those signs, they will continue in a relationship hoping that this person will change, but people don't change. When you see them that they are not ready, don't marry that person. Or sometimes people may go with fear and say, okay, I feel confused, but I want to marry you. Don't go down that getting married because you have to be 100% sure that this person is truly, 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 um, they want to, truly, truly, they want to get married. So it's really, really important. How do you deal with their confusion? If you are first with a confused partner, consider communicating with them. Ask them what is causing their confusion. Express how it makes you feel. Because sometimes it might be fear, like I said. Give them space if needed. No ultimatum. Sometimes some people just need space. Um, they just need to know that you are there for them. Some may need time to sort their emotions without pressure. So give them that time and set boundaries as well. You don't have to wait forever. Let them know what you need in a relationship. You don't have to wait for them. When a good man comes along, you go out and get to know them. You don't have to wait for that person that is confused because if God gives you a man, he will not give you confusion. You might get problems in a relationship, but no confusion. So make sure that you set boundaries and also decide what's best for you. If they are confused, if they are confusing you, is it hurting you? It's okay to walk away. Prioritize your well-being. So why is it okay to walk away? We are not in a relationship to fix anyone, guys. Um, there are some people when they are in a relationship, they believe that they're there to fix the other person, but when you enter a relationship, you're not there to fix no one. You can support someone, you can be there for them, but if someone is confused, not sure about what they want, so you let them find what they want. Because at the end of the day, when someone decides, not somebody telling them, like, okay, I know there are people who've got friends where friends can tell them why. For me, when I'm making a decision, it has to be me. If I have to ask, I have to ask someone professional, but it has to be that decision, it has to be my decision. I have to know that whatever the decision that I'm making, so I don't regret it later. I keep family out of it. I keep children out of it. Then I make that decision just to make sure that it's something that I want. So I think that is really, really important when it comes to getting confusion, when it comes to love. Love is a commitment. It's a commitment that you don't want to live with someone for the rest of your life, knowing that they were confused, and then you end up getting into depression instead of enjoying the relationship. You end up getting into depression. All those things. You don't want to live like that. So it's really, 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 really important when you are dating someone to make sure that both parties is what they want. Me, I don't believe in giving people ultimatum. Honestly, I don't. I don't believe in that. I believe if God brings a woman into your life, that woman is yours. It cannot be altered. Even though the relationship might experience problems, but no one can alter it. And I believe if God brings a man into your life, a good man into your life, um, that relationship cannot be altered. Because if it's altered, it means it was never, it can have experienced problems, or Satan may try to destroy that relationship, but you cannot destroy what God has created. That's what I believe. That whatever God has created, you cannot destroy. So it's truly, truly important that if you are dating someone that is confused, don't fear of being alone, or to say, okay, if I'm on my own, I'm not going to survive, I'm going to feel lonely. The world is beautiful, truly, truly beautiful on its own. So let you experience that life being single, uh, without fearing of having someone. I've met people. There was this time where, and also jealousy as well. Uh, you have to make sure that you don't put jealousy in it. I have had experience where sometimes you can see, like, sometimes when you're dealing with things and people, they're like, oh, she's jealous, she's what. And sometimes I just wish people can just know that, you know what, jealousy with what? With your relationship? I don't think so. Um, so, and also you have to know that when God, I don't know how to put this so people can really, really understand it, that we live in this world where gives us our destiny. God will give you your husband, your true husband, or your true wife. And when he does give you that true wife, uh, there cannot be a confusion. There can be problems because the Satan will stir you up, will create problems. But when he does give you that true man, that true woman that is not confused, so, and then you just have to go with the right. But some people, they feel that if this person is confused, now if I come out of the relationship, then how my family going to think? Who cares how my family are going to think now if I'm single? Remember, you're not dating for your family. You are dating because God put you in that place. But if the relationship is not right, God will take that relationship away, or Satan will take it away. So you have to figure out who is taking it away. Most of my relationships have been taken away by Satan because I'm a Christian, and the other person that I date, they are not a Christian. So it's easy for Satan to enter and manipulate the other person. But at the same time, that person has to understand how Satan works. So it brings confusion. So it's really, really important not to, when you do things, don't worry about people. Some people rather stay in a confusing relationship or in a relationship that does not make sense because they're scared of their friends. How are they going to feel? My friends will judge. My family will judge. But you don't have to feel that way. Because when you date that man, that woman, you're dating them for you. If the relationship doesn't work, don't be ashamed. But some people, they get ashamed of, okay, and then they would decide to stay in that empty relationship, which is not right. It's not right. So it's really, really, really important to actually make a decision based on you, not what people think. Let people think. Let people talk. Let people judge. It's okay for them to judge. It's okay. It's okay for them to think bad about you because people can't define who you are. Whatever people say, it's not necessarily true about yourself. You know yourself. So it's really, really important to not to be ashamed. When someone dump you, don't be afraid. Because it means they have their own confusion. And um, you can't feel ashamed about it. Or to say people are going to judge and stuff. No, let them judge, let them talk. So that is really, really, really important. I personally don't think that um, when you are in a confusing relationship, but I ask people, oh, are you in a relationship? But they tell me it's complicated. And I'm like, how so? They're like, where do you want me to start? First of all, you shouldn't be in a complicated relationship. For me, it's very straightforward. If you don't want to be with me, you don't want to be with me. I stay single. But if you want to be with me, you're with me straightforward. There are no games, there is no confusion. I don't date many that are confused. If you are confused, you sort your life out, and then we move on. If there's love there, we move on. So all these things, they play a big part in people's life. Um, but if someone is truly, truly confused, the guys, the advice that I'll give you is never ever stay in a long-term relationship with someone who does not know what they want or someone who does not treat you right. Because your well-being is truly, truly, truly important. Really, really, even if you have kids, I rather my children see my happiness than see pain in me. Watch me being in a relationship with someone who does not treat me right. So I rather be in a relationship that has no confusion. So I don't know about you guys, but as nonsense audience, I'll urge you to be in a relationship where you feel valued, where you feel, don't date a woman because she's beautiful. There's got to be a reason why you're dating that woman. Don't date a woman because we're men, because they have the money, they have this. That causes confusion. And that money runs dry. What would you do? Date someone because you want to be with them, they bring you joy into your life. And all those things that the list goes on. But you got to date someone who's driven, who's got dreams, who knows where they want to be in 2 years' time, in 5 years' time. So, guys, what I leave you with this, my conclusion for today. I hope you enjoyed my talk. Um, Someone who is confused, they may love you, but true love requires clarity. They will need clarity, commitment, and emotional readiness. Um, that confusion will prevent happiness. Because you want, hi Anita, You want to be happy in a relationship. So if you date somebody who's confused, that can cause confusion. It can cause destruction. I'm against depression, guys. Everything that I do that gives me depression is not right for me. I'm truly, truly, it's like with my business, I do it. I get challenges in my life or my relationship, but it does not give me depression. I get problems in relationships, but it doesn't give me depression. I get problems in business pressure. It does not give me depression. I'm against anything that causes someone to have depressed, to be depressed, to have anxiety, because you've got to think that, is that for me really? Did God truly, truly give this for me to be like this? Mostly it's Satan that gives depression. So I'm against that, guys. Anything that causes depression, that causes people to feel insecure, I'm against it. A relationship should not be making someone feel insecure. A relationship should not be making someone feel different, like anxiety, insecure, fear, you're gonna leave me, not good enough. So they shouldn't feel, you shouldn't feel that way. Me, I promote freedom. Everything you do has to have freedom, even if it's not perfect, but it has to give you freedom. Because there's no such thing as perfect thing, but it has to give you freedom. Peace. Maybe the word to use is peace. You got to have peace within you. If there's no peace, maybe that's not meant for you. That's what I leave you guys. If you're watching from YouTube, please do subscribe, be part of the family. We have two groups, Unique Billionaire Mindset and Gossip Talk Shows. Please subscribe to the groups. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and be part of the family, guys. And I post loads of content, although Facebook sometimes they send me messages and say, oh, you've not posted enough. But I post every day. So be part of the family. And if you are dating someone and they're making you confused, just go deep and evaluate that relationship. Or you're dating someone and that brings anxiety and stuff. I know financial pressure, finance relationship can bring financial pressure and stuff. But that's okay. As long as it's not the person that you are dating that is bringing you pressure. And also, if it's giving you financial pressure, you have to evaluate it as well. How is it this relationship giving you financial pressure or anxiety of not having money? I've made a decision, guys, long time ago that money is something that God can restore it within a second. But in health, once the health is gone, it's gone. Can heal, but you wouldn't go back to 100%. If you let depression take over, it wouldn't like go to 100%. All you have to do is stay focused and know that everything is going to work out just fine. I might not have control of my life, control of my tomorrow, that I'm going to enjoy this life. Enjoy life with your spouse. There's no point in going on social media, comparing your life with people on social media. There's no point. We're all walking this path of our own. Is it life hard? Yes, it is. Nothing like an easy life. So those are the things that as a human being you got to understand that life ain't easy. So God bless everyone. I will see you guys